Hello and welcome back to the channel. This evening you join me on one of my rabbit permissions, and as you can see through the thermal, I think there's been a fair bit of summer loving going on up here because the numbers have gone through the roof. So we've come up here this evening to see whether we can drop the numbers for the owner and have ourselves a nice enjoyable night shoot. Stick around to have a brief rundown of equipment that I'm using this evening and to see how we got on at the end. Hope you guys enjoy the hunting, and I'll be back soon. So here I am, just taking a little break from proceedings, just going around and collecting up the shot rabbits. I'm using the thermal to do this because, as you can see, A, I can see what other rabbits are still about, and B, I can see where my dead rabbits are that I need to collect. The thermal comes in very handy for this because it picks up the heat signature, and the heat stays in the rabbit for a little while after it's been shot. So you can continue shooting and then have a break and go around and collect your quarry with ease, let's say. So nice little bit of kit for that. So here we are collecting up the last few rabbits that have just been shot before we get down to what is one of the most important things of the evening if you are keeping the rabbit for meat for your own consumption. Now, the guts have to be removed from the rabbit within ideally the maximum of an hour after they've been shot, because once they've been shot they're going to start decomposing and you could run the risk of spoiling the meat. So you have to get them out fairly soon. Now, there are a number of ways that you can gut a rabbit. One is using a knife, and the other is not using a knife. And I'd gutted 4 rabbits this evening without using a knife until on the 4th rabbit, when I was pushing the guts out, instead of the guts coming out of the back, they decided to come out of the front and explode all over my leg and knee. A little bit of a stench, so I decided to gut the rest of these with a knife. So as you can see here, I'm just making a small incision into his belly and then slowly cutting my way up towards the head, ensuring that I do not cut into the cavity where the guts are and burst them. Here you can see that I'm opening the cavity to expose the guts inside the rabbit. Got to be very careful when you're doing this, as I will show you later. I did have a little bit of a boo-boo. So here we are now, fully opened up. Pull the sleeve up, get your hand in, get the guts out. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to separate everything from the upper part of the cavity whilst trying to leave the liver, lungs, heart, kidneys inside the carcass. Just whip them out here, look. Get your hand in, pull them out. Remove all the nastiness. Once that's out, you just put it to one side, move the guts out to a different side, little wipe down, move on to the next one. So morning has broken, the rabbits have dispersed, now it's time to get packed up. So here we are, all rabbits have now been gutted and we got 15 in total, so a very productive night indeed. Have a little rundown of some of the equipment we've been using this evening. This is the airarms s400, chambered in 177 with a Hawkeye 4-16x50 AO scope. As you can see, I've got the clip-on PARD 007, which is what we use for our night vision capabilities. The rifle itself is very accurate, never had any issues with it whatsoever. Very good all-round bit of kit. Here we've got the Savage Island roll mat, just to add a little bit of comfort. Then we've been using the hikmicro FH35 thermal spotter. Amazing bit of kit this is, absolutely amazing, really does help you out on an evening. A gun bag, which is a Ridgeline of New Zealand, very good gun bag. Keeps everything safe, keeps your rifle safe, nice and secure, and you can carry it around with you. I've also been using the Trigger Stick Gen 3 by Primos Hunting, the Jim Shockery edition. These are very good shooting sticks. And then our main ammunition this evening has been the accupell field target. Really good all-round pellet, great for accuracy, great for long distance. And here we are, this is where we camped out for the night, our little base camp. And from here we had a great view of the entire permission. So speaking earlier about my little boo-boo, here we go. So whilst I was gutting, I very nearly chopped my finger off. It's a good job. Luckily enough, I had a bone in my finger which stops the knife from going all the way through. So it's just a reminder here to make sure you're very careful whilst using sharp implements, and don't be a prat like me and stick it through your finger. So here is just a good view of the permission in total in daylight. I'll let you guys enjoy it. Nice little permission, out the way, nice and quiet. All there is left to do now is to pack up, go home, get some rest. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more content. Like and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching.